the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
AFP-PNP captured 2 communist guerrillas in Naval raid. Philippine Air Force to acquire 6 new A-29 Super Tucano aircraft. PNP says New Year celebration generally peaceful. Metro Manila hospitals record 46 firework-related injuries.
A Happy New Year to everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. Today is Monday, January 2, 2025, and this is AFP Committee News, your source for the updates of the armed forces and other developments across the country. I am Rofh Suzon-Abay, here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for the brief overview of our news, the Armed Forces of the Philippines and Philippine National Police arrested 2 communist guerrillas during a joint operation in Barangay 76A, Davao City. Benny Mendoza, an SMRC political instructor, and Francisco Sudongan, found with illegal weapons, were apprehended under a warrant linked to human trafficking charges. Both are now in CIDG Davao custody. 10 Infantry Agile Division Commander Major General Alan Hamala hailed the operation as a testament to AFP-PNP collaboration for peace.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Air Force is set to enhance its surveillance and counter-insurgency capabilities with the acquisition of 6 new A-29 Super Tucano light attack aircraft. Philippine Air Force 15th Strike Wing Commander Brigadier General Juliano Liarenas confirmed the contract signing during a decommissioning ceremony for the OV-10 Bronco and Cobra helicopters at Sangli Point, Cavite City. The new aircraft will join the first batch of 6 Super Tucanos delivered in 2020 by Brazil's Embraer SA, the part of the Philippine Air Force's modernization efforts. Brigadier General Liarenas expressed the optimism that the notice to proceed would be issued soon. And we have a report coming in from Gina about Philippine Army neutralizes NPA member in Capiz clash.
Rofh, an unidentified member of the Communist New People's Army, was neutralized during a clash with troops from the 12th Infantry Battalion in Sitio Naatip, Barangay Lahug, Tapas, Capiz. The encounter followed reports from local residents about armed rebels in the area. Soldiers engaged in a 30-minute firefight with about 10 NPA remnants, resulting in 1 fatality. The troops seized a rifle and 5 backpacks at the scene. Major General Marion Arcison of the 3rd Infantry Division commended the unit's swift response and also urged residents to stay vigilant and report suspicious activities. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Army is advancing its recruitment processes and asset modernization to strengthen its role in national security. Spokesperson Colonel Louis de Maala announced the centralized candidate soldier recruitment program, eliminating the human intervention in pre-screening to ensure only the most qualified applicants join the force. The Army also invested in soldier welfare, establishing the solar-powered facilities and modern billeting areas to boost the productivity. In response to evolving security needs, the Army activated new units and streamlined the organizational structures.
DWDD Armed Armed Forces News.
The crew of BRP Jose Loor Senior PC-390 conducted a detailed post-mission inspection of the ship's main engines to maintain the peak performance and readiness. The Philippine Navy said that the inspection process involved the checking for wear, analyzing the performance data, and addressing the maintenance needs. These proactive measures aim to catch the potential issues early. The Navy emphasized that their skilled engineers and technicians uphold not just the functionality of the ship, but also the safety of the crew and the success of every mission.
Armed Forces Radio.
And from NOLCOM, let us hear some information from Joanne about NOLCOM. AFP shares the New Year's Day message, continue to uphold role as smart force.
The Northern Luzon Command Armed Forces of the Philippines warmly greets the Filipino people with heartfelt wishes for a prosperous New Year. The command, headed by Lieutenant General Fernil G. Buca, reflects on the resilience, strength, and unity that have guided the nation through challenges and towards progress. He emphasized the unwavering support of the dedicated men and women in uniform, partners, and the communities that the command serves that has been the cornerstone of its success and fuels the command's mission in enduring peace, security, and sustainable development, working towards a bagong Pilipinas. The commander also assured that the men and women of the Northern Luzon Command remain to be courageous in facing challenges, diligent in discovering new methods to speed up service to the people, respectful of God's law, and responsible in its sworn duty, and continue to uphold the role as a jointly engaged, sustainment, maintain, and readiness-trained smart force. This is John Sagao reporting from Northern Luzon Command for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines. Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you, Joanne from NOLCOM.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The anti-FLCAC expects the Communist Party of the Philippines and its armed wing, the New People's Army, to become an insignificant threat as the government dismantles their guerrilla fronts and support networks. Anti-FLCAC Executive Director Undersecretary Ernesto Torres Jr. highlighted the achievements of dismantling 88 of 89 guerrilla fronts and uplifting 4,830 disadvantaged barangays through the Barangay Development Program. Also, thousands of former rebels have been reintegrated into communities. Yusek Torres emphasized the continued efforts to dismantle the CPP-NPA's financial and material support.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, the Philippine National Police announced that the nationwide celebration of the New Year was generally peaceful. PNP spokesperson Brigadier General Jean Fajardo said that although there were several reports about firecracker-related injuries, there was no significant untoward incident that could somehow disrupt the New Year's celebration. From December 16 to 6 p.m. of December 31, the PNP recorded 20 cases of indiscriminate firing nationwide. The incidents were reported in the National Capital Region, Calabar Zone, Western Visayas, Central Visayas, Zamboanga Peninsula, and Northern Mindanao. For other updates, let us hear the details about OPAPRO pledges to sustain government's peace initiatives in 2025. Go ahead, Ami.
Yes, Rofh, Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation and Unity, Secretary Galvito Galvez Jr. vowed to advance the government's peace agenda in 2025 after achieving key milestone in 2024. It includes the effective implementation of the Small Arms and Light Weapons Program and progress in the Kapatiran peace process. Galvez highlighted breakthroughs such as the 10th anniversary of the Comprehensive Agreement on the Bangsamoro, the establishment of the Northern Luzon's first Peace and Development Center, and hosting the first international conference on women, peace, and security. He also affirmed that the OPARO is ready to face 2025 challenges as they blaze new trails for just and lasting peace. This is Ami reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ami.
DWDD National News.
Around 46 firework-related injuries were recorded across Metro Manila hospitals on Wednesday, January 1. 20 fireworks-related injuries between December 21 and 31 were recorded in East Avenue Medical Center. The Tondo Medical Center reported 7 injuries, primarily caused by illegal fireworks. It also handled multiple cases of gunshot wounds and alcohol-related vehicular accidents. Meanwhile, the Jose Reyes Memorial Medical Center recorded 17 patients during the holiday season.
DWDD National News.
The Police Regional Office 10 said the New Year's celebration in northern Mindanao was generally peaceful. PRO 10 Chief Police Brigadier General Jason de Guzman said the only 3 fireworks-related incidents and 2 cases of illegal firearm discharge were reported from December 23 to December 31, 2024. He mentioned that their proactive security measures have ensured that the New Year festivities in northern Mindanao remained orderly and safe. De Guzman said a total of 150,867 pesos worth of illegal firecrackers were seized in December. The Cagayan de Oro City Police Office destroyed a portion of the seized contraband amounting to 42,745 pesos. Let us hear more updates from Angel about AFP and PNP renewed commitment to democracy on Rizal Day.
Yes, Rofh. The Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police reaffirm their loyalty to democracy and the Constitution during a wreath-laying ceremony at Luneta Park on Rizal Day. AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner Jr. emphasized the AFP's commitment to the ideals of national hero Dr. Jose Rizal. In a separate statement, the Philippine National Police vowed to protect the democratic principles Rizal championed. The AFP and PNP's pledges followed the simultaneous raising of flags at historic sites nationwide to mark the 128th anniversary of Rizal's heroism. This is Angel Cruz Camomot reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Angel.
DWDD National News.
For other development story, all security preparations of the Philippine National Police are in place to secure this year's procession of the Feast of the Black Nazarene or Translation on January 9. PNP spokesperson Brigadier General Rofh said the Ligtas Paskuhan monitoring will last until January 6, but there will be no let-up in their security preparations. She also added that the final walkthrough of the procession route for the Translation 2025 was held last December 27 and all systems go for the PNP. The PNP will implement strict security protocols and procedures at the procession route from the Quirino Grandstand to Quiapo Church in Manila. The Manila Police District will also deploy around 14,000 police personnel to ensure the safety of the millions of devotees expected to flock to the Quiapo Church.
DWDD National News.
Philippine Ambassador to the United States Jose Manuel Romualdez will attend the inauguration of U.S. President-elect Donald Trump on January 20 at the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. The Presidential Communications Office said that the ambassadors, together with their spouses, were invited to the inauguration. In this case, PCO said Ambassador Jose Manuel Romualdez will represent PBBM at the inauguration. However, there is no confirmation yet whether President Marcos will visit the United States to meet with the newly elected president in early 2025. On the other line, let us hear more from Spencer about AFP and Philippine Army renewed commitment to protect the nation in 2025.
Indeed, Rofh, the Armed Forces of the Philippines and Philippine Army reaffirmed their dedication in defending the country and its people in their New Year's messages. AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner Jr. emphasized unity, innovation, and resilience, highlighting the AFP's strength in 2024 amidst numerous challenges. He also expressed that gratitude to military personnel for their service and wished Filipinos a prosperous and peaceful New Year. Similarly, the Philippine Army Chief Lieutenant General Roy Galido celebrated the Army's 2024 achievements and expressed hope for a 2025 filled with unity, strength, and progress. This is Spencer reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Spencer Ross.
DWDD National News.
The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council has taken significant steps to enhance tsunami preparedness in vulnerable regions, particularly in northern Luzon. NDRRM's Executive Director Ariel Nepomuceno ordered the Office of Civil Defense in Ilocos Region, Cagayan Valley, and Central Zone to draft a comprehensive tsunami evacuation plan. The memorandum follows a series of 50 earthquakes recorded off the coast of Santa Catalina, Ilocos Sur between December 17 and 20, 2024. These seismic activities have raised concerns about the potential risks of tsunamis, prompting the immediate action to safeguard the communities.
DWDD National News.
Camarines Sur's 2nd District Representative Ray Villafuerte called on his fellow lawmakers to approve the bill seeking the creation of the Department of Disaster Resilience, or DDR. Villafuerte said the increasing impact of climate-induced violent weather should prompt the 19th Congress to act on a proposed law creating the DDR. He also mentioned the streak of 6 tropical cyclones that struck the Philippines in rapid succession in less than a month. Currently, the government's programs on disaster preparedness, disaster operations, and post-disaster recovery and rehabilitation are being overseen by the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, which is led by the Office of Civil Defense under the Department of National Defense.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now let's hear a report on the ground about 73rd IB leads the cleanup drive in Davao Occidental. Go for the details, Beth Tanyete.
The 73rd Infantry Battalion lead a clean-up drive and Riverside Barangay Poblacion, Malita, Davao Occidental, following flooded caused by the heavy rains recently. The initiative aimed to remove debris, clear clogged waterways, and ensure a safer environment for the affected community. The 73rd IB worked alongside local volunteers, demonstrating bayanihan and solidarity. Meanwhile, the Bravo Company mobilized to clear debris from the streets of Caburan Small, Jose Abad Santos, restoring safety and normalcy to the area. This is Betan Nieta reporting for the AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Tanyete.
DWDD National News.
Moving on to another story, the Department of Education looks ahead to 2025 with optimism and a commitment to further enhancing the learning experience across the country. DepEd Secretary Sonny Angara said the agency's priorities for 2025 will include investing in teachers' quality, protecting the learners' well-being, decentralized governance, raising education quality, preparing graduates for future success, and improving the assessment scores. He also recognized the efforts of DepEd's personnel over the past year. Angara said that with the help and support from the private sector and government agencies, especially the administration of President Marcos, he believes that the DepEd can go a long way.
DWDD National News.
The Office of the Solicitor General will start the seizure of the illegally acquired assets of foreigners involved with Philippine offshore gaming operators, or POGOs. The OSG will also oversee the cancellation of the foreign workers' fraudulently acquired birth certificates. Solicitor General Menardo Guevara said the twin moves are part of the efforts in implementing the total ban of POGOs in the country as declared by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. last July. Last November, the Philippine Statistics Authority asked the OSG to cancel over 1,500 birth certificates that are believed to be fraudulently acquired by foreigners, a number of whom have been involved in POGOs. From Solcom, let's hear from Jess. About 31st IB extends gratitude to peace advocates in Pilar, Sorsogon.
Recognizing the unwavering support of the community in the campaign against insurgency, the 31st Infantry Charge Battalion held a meaningful dialogue and Thanksgiving event for peace advocates from barangays Abas, Miliabas, Mabanate, Kumapukapu, Kagdungon, and Kabiguhan in Pilar, Sorsogon. The event, conducted on December 28, 2024 at the 31st Infantry Charge Battalion headquarters in Barangay Bayasong, Pilar, Sorsogon, in partnership with Pilar Municipal Police Station. Through an information awareness session discussing the deceptive tactics of the Communist Party of the Philippines New People's Army National Democratic Front and the anti-terror law, residents gained deeper understanding in the importance of community cooperation in addressing insurgency. The battalion acknowledged the vital contribution of the residents to provide accurate information to the military and police, leading to successful operation against insurgent groups. As a gesture of gratitude, food packs were distributed to attendees, symbolizing unity and trust in the government's effort. The participants pledged full support and cooperation with the military and government in their mission to eradicate insurgency in the province, fostering peace and progress in their community. This is Jess from Solcom reporting for AFP Community News 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jess from Solcom. And from Congress, let us hear from Terrence about the House Appropriations Chair lost PBBM signing of 2025 budget.
The House Appropriations Committee Chair, Representative Saldi Ko, praised President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. for signing the 2025 national budget into law. In a statement, Ko expressed gratitude to the President, his colleagues in the House of Representatives, and Senate counterparts for ensuring the budget's timely approval. Dizon said that the House prioritized the early passage of this measure to prevent a reenacted budget. Ko continued that this underscores the Chamber's commitment to using the power of the purse and crafting a budget aligned with the administration's 8-point agenda. The 6.326 trillion peso budget prioritizes key sectors: education, public works, health sector, and agricultural sector. This is Terence Mordena Grano reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Terence.
DWDD National News.
Tourism Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco attributed the significant growth of the tourism sector in 2024 to government reforms under the leadership of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. She said that Philippine tourism increased significantly in terms of expenditure by international tourists in 2024 compared to 2023. Frasco explained that as they have focused on elevating the quality of tourism in the Philippines and diversifying our tourism products, tourists are staying longer in the Philippines. The DOT chief said based on data, tourists were now staying in the Philippines for an average of more than 11 nights, up from 9 nights in 2019. Frasco also added that overseas tourist receipts increased by 109% from 600 billion pesos in 2019 to 712 pesos billion between January and December 15, 2024.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that concludes today's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in, especially to our audience on AFP Radio DWDD's Facebook page. Be sure to join and catch us again tomorrow for more stories and updates, same time and same station. Once again, this is Rofh Suzon-Abay for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.